Yo. What is going on, everybody? It is great to have you with me. 4 in a row, yo. 4 in a row, yo. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Oh, 4 wins in a row for the Vikings with a walking mash unit out there, no less. My, oh my. It is great to have you with me. We are going to have a great time tonight. The Minnesota Vikings, for the first time this season, are above 500. Oh, sure, we all said after 0-3 and 1-4, maybe it's time to sell off pieces. Maybe, maybe not. Well, no matter how this season turns out, no matter how the draft position may be affected, whether we make the playoffs or not, oh, it was good to beat a team when you didn't have half of your stars, almost half of them. Quarterback 1, 2, and 3 out. Granted, quarterback 3 got 2 drives before he went out. Okay. Wide receiver 1 and 2, running back 2, left tackle, and we still beat him. And we scored the most points we have all year. How ridiculous is that? We got to 31 points without Justin Jefferson, without Kirk Cousins, without KJ Osborne for a good portion of the game, without Christian Darrisaw. The offensive line did not too bad yesterday from a pass perspective, but from a run perspective, we got to sort of work on that. But wipe your feet at the door. Hit that like button. If you don't already subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Help me get to at least 900 and then help me get to 1,000. I'm at, 850 something right now. Let's get some more subs in the building. But y'all know how we start this show. We do some shout outs to the people that are in the building. And the first comment of the night goes to Grandpa Dave, Minnesota Sports Talk. Is not this one. Excuse me. Vikings First and SKOL. I'm thinking about tomorrow's show. Vikings First and SKOL. Great show tonight, as always, between Dave and Tyler. If you didn't see that after the show, go on and check that out. And oh, by the way, subscribe on whatever podcast aggregator you have, because in addition to what goes on their channel, I do some online exclusive stuff there too. So we'd appreciate some subs over there. Anyway, NFL Jim, what is going on? Stop with the hope for a Super Bowl will not happen. Still got the Eagles and Lions. Well, I don't think anybody's saying Super Bowl homeboy, but you're right. Let's not get too hyped up yet. Let's see a couple more weeks go by. Just a couple. Shout out Sodak in the building. The Lions might be overhyped. We might see. We'll see. We have one of the queens, Miss Mary, in the building already. Hello, Mary. Good to see you. Miss Mary gave me this, and we are undefeated since I got it. Miss Mary gave me this. Oh, let's turn it a little bit. There we go, Mary. And yes, Mary, just for you, of course. You know, my case of yours is almost gone. What am I going to do after that? I don't know. Anyway, shout out to DOD in the building. What's going on, DOD? Thank you so kindly for joining me. Appreciate you as well. We got my guy T-Bass in the building. Sunday's game was a first time I've been truly excited about the Vikings in several years. I've been harsh on KOC, but nice job Sunday. You know what, T-Bass? I did think of you. That was KOC's best coaching performance, and that's one of the talking points tonight. So we'll get back to that. House call from the doctor. Dr. Proto, what's going on? Good evening to you as well. We got Dayon in the building. What's up? How you feeling? You know what? I'm feeling good. It is what it is. Better to win ugly than to lose pretty, and certainly better than to lose ugly. It was kind of an ugly game, but we'll take the W any way we can. We'll take all them W's. SKOL for Life Barbers in the building, 1975. He'll get you faded. What's going on? Good to see you, brother. We got one of the OGs, Mick Andrews. What's going on, Mick Andrews? Good to see you. Good to see you. We got my guy, Ryan. Wow, what a win. Hey, like I said, we'll do whatever we can. Get as many W's as we can. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We got Angel in the building. What's going on, Angel? Good to see you. Thank you so kindly for joining me. I appreciate you. We got Yogi in the building. Y'all hit up Purple Rain 247. Got a lot of great content there as well. We got my guy, SKOL Mafia. Good to see you, man. SKOL, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Two-Tone Tony in the building. What's going on, Two-Tone? Good to see you here as well. Great chat earlier today. And we're going to get to some of that. What's going on in the Zone podcast? Oh, hit up my brother there as well. Absolutely. What's going on, Zo? Good to see you. I got everybody in the building so far. No, I haven't. We got Purple Haze. What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on, Purple Haze? Good to see you. Hey, check out my boy Purple Haze too. He's just getting started, but you know what? He's got it going on. So let's absolutely give a shout out to Purple Haze and check his channel out after the show as well. We got Dave Thibodeau in the building. What's up, Dave? Good to see you. I love Dave. Always has a different icon, a different avatar, and that one is tight. The state of Minnesota with the Norseman and the Vikings helmet out. It looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome. Frozen North, what's up, Frozen? Good to see you guys. This is what it's all about. You know what? I'm on a mic for 5 minutes, and I haven't even started. So I'm saying hello to you guys. Saying hello to you guys. Okay, y'all know how we do this, and if this is your first time here, I appreciate you first and foremost, but we do a little something at the beginning before we talk Vikings. And if this is your first time here, I hope you don't think this is grandstanding. I hope you see it for what it is, which is me saying thank you to a couple people, giving some shout outs to some people who don't get shouted out enough. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to shout out the active and veteran members of all of our branches of our military for their sacrifices, for us to have the freedoms that we do, to watch our football, drink our beer, eat our chicken wings, and talk on the YouTube about our team, our favorite team, as well as the family members of all of our active and veteran members who sacrifice their time with their loved ones so that we can all be safe. Shout out to the brave men and women who serve in our law enforcement, that are firefighters and EMS, who in time of tragedy are the ones running towards the danger while the rest of us run away from it. You potentially put your lives on the line every single day when you go to work. So we thank you so very, very kindly. Finally, to the doctors, nurses, frontline workers, surgeons, and home health care providers. In our time of medical needs, you are there to take care of us, and your Super Bowl is saving a life. The brave men and women that I have shouted out here do not always get the thank yous that they do, and at times can work very thankless jobs. So for as long as I got a microphone, I'm going to say that each and every time, each and every. I digress. Hit them like buttons, yo. Let's get this pumping. We got a couple more that I got to get to before we get started. And here we go. Dare I say no Kirk Darrisaw, JJ Osborne, cheap shot at Hall out. Yeah. Dobbs coming in cold. This win was better than the 49ers. I don't know it's better than 49ers win because Atlanta is just kind of mediocre. But I get your point. It's right up there. It's absolutely right up there. It is absolutely right up there. Yeah, I agree. Absolute team win yesterday. Yeah. That's going to be one of my points. I'm going to get to that in a second. But absolutely. You're welcome, Mary. As are we. All right. Let's get started. Let's get it started. We always start out with the NFC North Roundup. Okay, the Lions were on the bye week, but hey, we got to win, so we're within a game and a half, although we'll probably lose that half game when we go on the bye week anyway. But regardless, the Green Bay Packers, congratulations to them for taking themselves closer and closer from completely out of the Caleb Williams, Drake May sweepstakes. Congratulations. You beat a god-awful, terrible Rams team 20-3, and your quarterback was still mediocre. Aaron Jones, 20 carries, 75 yards and a touchdown. Big deal. Jordan Love, 228 yards and a touch on 20 for 26. Oh, what a great performance. Got sacked 4 times. Please. Congratulations. You hurt your draft stock. I digress. The New Orleans Saints beat the Chicago Bears by a touchdown. Here's the part of that game that makes me really laugh. The Saints beat them at home by 7 points. And I've always said, the opponent you have the next week, you want them coming off a win and not coming off a loss. The Bears had 5 turnovers, ladies and gentlemen, and the Saints still beat them by only 7. I know we don't got a lot of our stars, but I'm still looking forward to next week. I think we got a shot. Anyway, who are we going to start with? Who else can we start with? I'm just joshing you, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, let me get a little something in the background here. I always forget. You guys, I'm all over the place. You know that. All right. I'm just joshing you. What do you say about this guy? What can you possibly say that would adequately describe how what he did was so ridiculous? Absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, the guy got here on Tuesday night. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 days. And he wasn't even planning on starting. And they gave all the first team reps to Jeremy Mahomes Hall. This guy comes off the bench and leads his team to victory. Now, I'm not saying that his performance was perfection. Quit carrying the ball like a loaf of bread, as they say. Holy cow, 2 fumbles, and they were both awful, both absolute garbage. And it's like, whoa, dude, what are you thinking? But he has a little something that our former guy didn't. The ability to scramble, ability to make big gains. And sometimes, even if you're not as careful with the ball, you also, again, lower floor than Kirk Cousins. Kirk's right here. He's clearly got a lower floor than Cousins. But at least yesterday, he had a higher ceiling. Now, am I saying that he's better than Kirk Cousins? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is his ability to make plays out of nothing trumps what our current guy is. And that's how he was able to overcome those 2 turnovers, along with a great defensive performance. But he spoke to the media today, and they asked him, hey, how much preparation did you have, and what were the expectations from the coaches? Let's see what he got going on.
No, that play was in the playbook. It was in our red zone install for this week. That was my first time repping the play, but it was in the game plan. I told the coaches, I said, anything on this call sheet that we installed this week, I got it. Like, I can run it, I got it, whether it's no huddle, whether it's tempo, whether it's a game plan call, whatever it is, I got it. Now you start pulling stuff from OTA 1 and 2, I might be a little handcuffed out there, but if you put it on the call sheet, I got it.
That was referring to the touchdown to Brandon Powell. But I'll say again, he's like, hey, I got this. Don't hold back. Don't run a Mickey Mouse jerry-rigged version of the playbook. If it's in, I can know how to run it. That play that ran for a touchdown, he said, that's the first time I ran that play. I'll tell you what, Josh Dobbs, he ain't joshing you. He ain't joshing us. I've gone back and forth in my mind. If Jeremy Holmes-Hall is ready to go, do we let Josh Dobbs keep the job because he's got the hot hand? Or do we put the guy that we're trying to develop and see what we got? I don't know either way anymore. I really don't. I'm going to trust KLC. And I'm just going to say this. If Mahomes Hall is back, and I don't think he will be. I think he's going to take at least a week off. In which case, oh boy, if Nick Mullins isn't ready, we have to elevate Sean Mannion from the practice squad. Oh, goody. Let's hope that Josh Dobbs doesn't get hurt, because I'm not finna care about this team if it's led by Sean Mannion. No. I mean, we're always going to watch. Sean Mannion. Oh, gosh. Please, no. Brittany, please, no. Okay? And let's give a shout-out to Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, ladies and gentlemen. We always like, why are they trading for this dude? Bringing him in at the trade deadline, getting him for free, basically, and 6 to 7 month swap it. Who cares? That's meaningless. Got him basically for free. But we said, oh my gosh, this guy had a 1-7 record in Arizona, and he's been on 5 different teams this calendar year and 9 different teams or whatever the heck it is over the last his career. I tell you what, he's raw talent, but it's talent. My goodness. How he got that ball to Jordan Addison on the sideline in the last drive. How he got out of those sacks a couple times. Like, he got out of the sack on his touchdown run. He got out of a sack on that 4th down play on the last drive. It's 1 week is 1 game. And we can't let ourselves think that this is going to be how it's going to be every single week. But for right now, we're going to celebrate the heck out of this dub. Now, again, Atlanta, they're an okay team. They're an okay team. Not great. Not horrible. Certainly not as bad as the Bears and the Panthers and the Packers. They're a step above them. And we got the Saints coming in here next week, who's a comparable team. And we're going to be playing them at home. And Josh Dobbs is probably going to get the start from the get-go. So we'll see. But I loved watching this kid yesterday. He ran like a gazelle at times. And again, we didn't have Christian Darrisaw in there. Offensive line, terrible run blocking, but pretty daggone good pass blocking. And I think all of his rushes, I don't think any of them were designed runs. So they were pass plays that he just said, I'm out of here. Beep, beep, road runner me out of this building right now, ladies and gentlemen. So 5-4. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, we doubted you. We've talked about your first draft. We've questioned some of your trades, questioned some of your free agent moves, but shout out to Kwesi. He saw something in this guy, and we would have gotten destroyed if we hadn't picked up this guy. back to your comments, and there is a bazillion of them in here. So I got to get some shout outs right off the bat. I can go all the way back here. Yeah, I got you. Shout out to my SKOL brother. What's up, Gary? Hope you're feeling better. Man. Good to see you. Thank you so kindly for joining me. As always, as Mary said, yes, absolutely. How are you? What up, my guy Rap at Purple Pocket Podcast? Me and him did Rapping for Days last night. It was over on his channel. Okay. Very spirited. We had, I can't remember how many people we had in the building, but it was a great show. So check that out afterwards as well if you didn't get to catch it live. And by the way, Rapping for Days this week will be on my channel. We go rotations. But thank you, Rap, for tapping in and showing your brother the support. Gary says he's good. Okay, cool. Appreciate you. All right. Especially that 4th and 7 scratch. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, that TD pass was what he was talking about in that clip I played for you. That he never run that play. But he said, yeah, give me everything. If it's on the sheet, call it. If it's on the sheet, call it. Shout out, Gary, for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you. You know what we do when we get some super chats in here, ladies and gentlemen.
I give you 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you as always. Shout out to Web Deb Bro in the building. Dude, I have confidence. He has confidence. Yes, absolutely. You know, and I said the same thing about Jerry Mahomes Hall, and he didn't get interviewed. Josh didn't last week, but I love the part where after the game, he gets his press conference. Hi, my name's Josh. Ain't none of you guys know me 5 days ago, and probably didn't even know me since I got here until I stepped onto the field. You are absolutely right, though. The dude has confidence and loquacious, and I'll say this, at least we got somebody that isn't timid and just stepping right in saying, yeah, I'll take the bull by the horns. Absolutely. Especially moving the ball. Yeah, absolutely. KOC got the best out of Kirk. Can't wait to see what he unlocks with Dobbs. Yeah, there's something to be said there, Mafia. There is something to be said. There's something. I appreciate you, Dodd. Thank you kindly. Come on back if you can. We got the Polish Man 87 in the house. What's going on, Polish Man? Thank you so kindly. Dobbs just needed to get a good team to be on. Yeah. And again, we'll see what happens when he gets JJ back. That ought to be interesting. But we'll see. Oh, yes. Going in. I think they were top 6, but you're close enough. Top 5 defense. Absolutely. They were a good defensive team. Shout out Mick in the building. Sean Mannion is the worst quarterback. I don't know. I might say Christian Ponder, but I ain't arguing with you either way. They're absolutely both the bottom of the barrel. But shout out to Mick in the building. What's going on? Oh, I forgot to hit the reset button after I got done with my first team. Hit them like buttons, you ladies and gentlemen. Wipe your feet at the door if you didn't on the way in. Help the brother out. And if you don't already subscribe, hit your brother up with a subscription if you could, please. The Vikings are a good team. The 1-4 team was a fluke. I don't know about all that, but at the same time, hey, we'll take 4 dubs in a row any way we can. I don't even care. That's been KOC's theme as a, yeah, I'm going to get to that. Shout out Caesar. What's going on? So great to see what a dual threat quarterback can do. Yeah. Yes. And I'll just leave it at that. SKOL for life. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Ain't seen you for a minute. And yes, Rap ain't kidding when he literally was calling you on the air after we ain't seen you for a week. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Yeah, Gary. Stops with the okay. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. So instead of putting the comments up, let's get back over here and let's start with this. Get this. Masterful navigation. Kevin O'Connell. You unlocked a lot out of Kirk Cousins last year. And I know the Kirk stands will say, no, he was always like that. It's just Mike Zimmer was holding him back. I don't care. Whatever. I'm done listening to that crap because you're not giving Kirk Cousins his due credit for the amount of improvement and growth that he's had under KOC for a year and a half. But let's talk about yesterday. One more time. What was he missing? His first, his second, and after 2 series, his third quarterback, his wide receiver 1 and 2, his running back 2, his left tackle. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? I mean, you tell me a coach that has had that kind of ridiculousness and pulled off a win on the road. Now, again, does that mean we should be getting his bus ready for the Hall of Fame? No, let's not go that crazy. But he just here's the only thing I'm going to say about KOC. He has got to find a way to get the run game going. Alexander Manister is just not cutting it. We've now lost Cam Akers, so I don't know. Maybe they'll bring in somebody else. I don't know. This is not this is like the third or fourth week in a row we've been talking about this pitiful run game, and I don't want to hear, well, the offensive line ain't great Grumbacher, but there are times where Alexander Madison has some stuff and he hasn't taken advantage of it. But sans that, we got to write. He's right. You have to right the ship sometimes. You got to deal with adversity. Last year we had a lot of close games, but did we really have adversity? No, we had close games or we got blown out. This is some adversity. You know, it would have been nice to see where the season would have went with Kirk, but can't dwell on it. You got to move on from it. It's like anything else in life that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, especially when you so desperately wanted it to. And then after a while, you realized, holy cow. Like I said on Thursday, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? Anyway, is KOC the quarterback whisperer? I mean, again, he got a lot out of Kirk Cousins in the last year and a half, and he got a lot out of this guy. Now, part of it is that this guy, it's not rocket science. Well, we have a rocket scientist anyway. Y'all heard that story. I'm not going to go through that one again. We've all heard it. But I will say this. His intelligence level had a little something to do. And KOC, what's best about it is he recognized it. He recognized, okay, I'm not going to dummy this down. I'm not going to shrink my playbook. I'm not going to call conservative plays left and right. Just and when they scored that touchdown, everybody was elated. But Kevin O'Connell was a proud papa right there. Let's make no bones about it. He's like, I don't have all my cards. I don't have all my chess pieces. I don't have my queen. I don't have my rooks. I only got one knight and one bishop and a bunch of pawns, which is not to be disparaging to the players that did play. I'm just saying, let's call it for what it is. We didn't have the queen of the rooks, to say the least, but they still got it done. They still got the dang thing done and got the W. That's if we gonna rip KOC for at times keeping the games close and not stepping on teams' throats, we got to give him credit for what he did yesterday, leading this team. With a third-string quarterback getting hurt after the second series and going to a fourth-string quarterback who's only been in the building for 5 days. Yeah, we definitely got to give this dude his just due. Man alive. And we'll see if he can keep this momentum going. Like I said, 4 games in a row, right in the ship after being 1-4, thinking, boy, this season's about to go down the tubes. Hey, give Kevin O'Connell a lot of credit today, ladies and gentlemen. Masterful navigation of his team, missing a lot of star players. All right, we're going to go back to the comments, but before we do, reset, hit them like buttons, y'all. If you didn't wipe your feet at the door, you better hit them. Or if you could, please. As a lot of content creators say, it helps us immensely, and it's free to hit that like button. And it's free to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. If you could, please. What's going on? Speaking of which, thank you, Grandpa Dave. Appreciate you. I want to start that one. I'm gonna put that one up every so often. But the deed. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get there. See, y'all thinking? I was wondering how long it's gonna take Zoe to say something like that. Shout out! How about Noah's in the building? What's up, man? How you doing? Thank you so kindly for joining me this evening. This victory. You know, it's funny. I just started doing the Monday night shows this season. We started out 0-3, and I was like, are we ever going to be able to do this show with a victory? And then we got one with Carolina. I was like, okay, it's Carolina. And then we got one with Chicago. Okay, it's Chicago. And then we got San Francisco and Green Bay and now Atlanta. 4 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on here? Would have been so much fun to be in the suite with Kwesi. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, that last sentence, the Wilfs better see the future of the league with dual threat quarterbacks. If I had a prize, I'd give you a prize. I ain't got prizes. But Caesar, that's the best one so far. Thought I saw somebody else. All right, what we got frozen? My greatest hope is that no matter who starts in the future, yesterday shows the will. Again, same thing. Yeah. I've said this a couple weeks ago. I said, Ziggy and Mark, you've been with Kirk for 5+ years, and at the end of the day, is there anything you haven't tried? Probably not. So, and again, that's not disparaging Kirk. That doesn't mean it's his fault. I mean, see, he sabotaged the place. I'm not saying that at all. Kirk haters, they're every bit as bad as the Kirk stands. But what I am going to say is It is really unfortunate because I think this year we finally would have got what we wanted. But nevertheless, I fear, you know what? I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that as well. Appreciate you, SKOL Mafia. I appreciate you. We got Mateo in the building. Shout out, Mateo. What's going on? What did I say? Dobbs, you know what, Mateo? You know what? I got to give it to you.
I give you 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
One who said it. You are the one who said it. You are absolutely correct. Putting on victory. Yes, absolutely. And how about no? Yeah, I said this before you got here, but yes, the Falcons defense was a top 5, top 6 coming into the week, somewhere in there. I said it. Did I delete that banner? I probably did because I needed to clear up space. But yeah, they were like 6th in total yards and like 14th in points against or something like that. But they're good defense, and I said that was going to be the key. And part of it was because it was Jerry Mahomes Hall, and we didn't get much of him out of it anyway. What's going on? Falcons still scored versus Vikings. Why I'm not too excited? Well, yeah. We're going to talk about that, though. But you got a point, Jim. You got a point. I appreciate you, Purple Haze. You have a good night. Thank you kindly for joining. Come on out tomorrow night. Me and Dave will be on Under the Lights 6:30. But thanks for joining me. All right. Let's get to what's next on the extravaganza here. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right, y'all. Production value. Hang on a minute. I had a banner made, and I don't know why this thing, for some reason, didn't take it. Whatever. So I made the time to make this banner for you guys. So I'm going to get this up on the screen. Production value. I know. Grandpa Dave, now I know what it's like to have made all that stuff. And then where did it go? Where did it go? All right, I'm going to get this one. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Let's do this one. So, along last, don't forget about the defense. And I say that in the context of this. When they gave up that touchdown to make it 21-13, I thought that was bad. I'm just like, okay, Dobbs ain't going to be able to do it. Nah, that was it. So that was one bad play. One bad play. The rest of the game, outside of the last drive, and they were gassed at that point. So I'm not saying that they don't have culpability to it, but at the same time, I kind of understand that they'd been on the field so dang on much. What have I been talking about? Time of possession. Time of possession. What was the time of possession yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, you say? I'll tell you what right now. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Was it the worst ever? No. But hold on. This is telling me that the Vikings actually had more time. Oh, yeah, them fumbles. Okay. Yeah, that has something to do with it. Bottom line is this. Vikings, 363 yards. Atlanta, 370 yards. Both had 2 turnovers. 23-18 in first downs. Pretty even game as was reflected on the scoreboard. But field goal. Okay? Before they got their first touchdown. They got the safety, so we got to add those 2 points. That's how it gets from 12 to 14 and then 21 with the touchdown. But how many times did this defense give us goal line stands? 2 or 3 by my count. They got the ball on their second drive. They went backwards 7 yards. I mean, come on. No, that was a Vikings. They got that fumble down to the 1 or 2 yard line, and they ended up going back 4 yards. Like, really? Okay. Now, again, Atlanta's offense, Taylor Heineke, I know, but I don't care. First one in the third quarter, 4 plays, -6 yards, ultimately ends up in a field goal. This team, defensively, again, has to carry a little bit more water than it otherwise should have to. And otherwise is fair to ask. But yesterday, they kept them in this game. Because if they give up 1 or 2 touchdowns, that's 8 points, and it doesn't matter what Dobbs does or doesn't do. So a little bit of credit to that defense. For better, for worse, wasn't perfect, got a couple turnovers. And yes, they had an opportunity to have a couple more turnovers. It's like, that Taylor Heineke is going to give you like 2 or 3 a game. And when we didn't take advantage of the first 2, I'm just like, Byron Murphy Jr. finally got one. And that really changed the whole game. But having said all that, this defense is so much different than what it was last year, which is why, again, I don't want to beat the dead horse, but why do we have to lose Kirk? Because it would have been somewhat different. Anyway, like was said earlier, give Brian Flores the keys to the castle. I don't care how much money you got. If he's got to get paid more than Kevin O'Connell, I don't care. Kevin O'Connell can complain about it all he wants. Be like, dude, you need this guy. You need this guy right here. Give him part ownership in the team. I want to try to get a head coaching gig. Well, he's still kind of being blackballed by the league. So you back up the Brinks truck and do whatever is necessary to keep this guy as our defensive coordinator. How much difference does he make on this defense? Now, and here's the thing. We didn't get a lot of pressure yesterday. He only rushed 3 a lot, maybe 4 occasionally. Didn't bring the blitz a whole lot. So we didn't get a whole lot of pressure. So Danielle Hunter, DJ Wanham, where are you guys at? But at the end of the day, he had something. Now, yes, I'll say one more time. That last drive, they had 13 plays, 1 pass, 1 quarterback scramble, and 11 runs, and we couldn't stop it. Your mama can't stop you. Your daddy can't stop you. The defense couldn't stop anything. But they kept him in the game regardless. Because that game would have been over if that defense hadn't showed out for the first 3 quarters. So, again, one play on that drive, that screen pass, I was like, oh, my gosh. And once he got 5 yards on the field, I'm like, they ain't catching him. That dude got through the end zone, was about to do some dance, and then he slid on the concrete, and then he's trying to be like, oh, yeah, I did that on purpose, and now I'm going to make snow angels. Okay, we're happy for you. I mean, if you're going to score a touchdown, then you want to try to dance on a team, you better come with it. You better come with it better than that. But anyway, I'll take this defensive performance. I know it was 28. Well, no, it was 26 points. Austin, it was 26. 2 of them comes off the safety. One of the few things that Dobbs did wrong was like, dude, what are you thinking? But he made up for it. But yeah, this defense, you tell me 26 points on the road. I'll take that all day. 2 touchdowns and 4 field goals. Yeah, we take that. We'll definitely take that. Let's hit that reset button one more time. Hit them like buttons. Hit that subscribe button if you don't already subscribe to me. But I got to get back to your comments. Why? Because that is what I base this show on, is talking to you guys. So again, 26 points. Why I'm not too excited. I'm not jumping up and down. I'm not jumping up and down, Jim. I'm just saying I'm enjoying this. We started out the season 0-3, couldn't buy a break. And now we can buy a break because our players are breaking down all over the place. It's a walking mash unit out there. So I'm going to take this W regardless. Hope we keep Jaren Hall as Dobbs. Oh, yes. And I totally agree. And here's what I'll say about that. You don't have to change up the playbook because they're 2 similar type quarterbacks. They don't have, they're nowhere close to what Kirk is. And I'm saying that in multiple ways, but I agree. And this is Jeremy Holmes' first year. He ain't going nowhere. He's absolutely not going anywhere. Outside of the safety, I think Dobbs, mask question. Oh, yeah. By being able to, yes. Thank you. And I'll say this. He turned the ball over twice, took a safety, but his mobility allowed him to overcome those mistakes. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, that's true. Their kicker he's ridiculous. He's Justin Tucker like. Yeah, they only need to get near midfield to get at least 3. So who we got now? I don't know. We got Alexander Madison, got Ty Chandler. Maybe Kenny Wong will make an appearance. I don't know. I know Alexander Madison ain't got it. And I love the guy. As I said a million times, met his father and all that good stuff. But I'm just keeping it real. It happens when you least want to. Well, yes. There is that. Yeah, elevate McBride. That's not a half bad idea either. Shout out Tony in the building. What's going on, Pegs? How you doing? Thanks for coming by. My big concern is that we cannot get a TD from 1st and goal inside the 5. Yeah, but maybe a Russian quarterback can help with that. Absolutely. Butterfly effect this game. If Jaren Hall hits TJ Hawkinson on 2nd down and scores a touchdown, he doesn't get concussed. How different is that game? I don't know. But yes, I agree. Having a mobile quarterback absolutely will help in that goal-to-goal situation. At first, I thought you were talking about the defense, but no, absolutely. It can't get any worse, can it? It can't get any worse. Draft a running back in the second round. Ooh, I don't know about that. But we'll see. You could be onto something. Washing Dodgers' legs, keep a player alive is a sight for so. Hold up. It absolutely is. You're going to get one of these. Absolutely. When's the last time we seen it? I don't even know. The last time we seen that. Time was about, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I eventually said it. Anyway. That hit on King. Oh, that was a dirty hit, and that dude better be suspended. I don't mean a big fine. He needed to be suspended. He should have been kicked out the game. That was just unnecessary. Anyway, when he went down and he didn't move and he was lying on his stomach, I was like, oh no, he just got his bell rung and then some. 6 ways from Sunday. But by the time the commercial was over and he was actually able to stand up and sit on the card himself, I was like, okay, all right, that's not too bad then. That's not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. Absolutely could have been a lot worse. So a mid running back better. Well, yeah. Alexander Madison's the number 2 running back. That's just all there is to it. He's a number 2 running back. It's as simple as that. And we were hoping that he could be sliding into Dalvin Cook's spot. It hasn't worked. Now, again, I still disagree with my boy Rab that if Dalvin Cook was here, he's just like, oh, hey, we'd at least be this. I'm like, yeah, but again, he's not worth $13 million. It's not worth $13 million. Was good to see him looking. Yes, absolutely. Vikings defense held their ground yesterday. And yeah, absolutely, Dan. Totally. I mean, again, if that defense doesn't shut them down and hold them to field goals, it was Katie bar the door. So we sign Hunter for big bucks or let him walk. I say sign. Yeah, I'm starting to come around to that. I mean, again, I'm not going to give him Nick Bosa money, but if he can be signed at a relatively decent deal, I'm not saying a team friendly deal because Daniil's not going to take that. He's been doing that his whole Vikings career. But yeah, if you can get him for like 22 to 25 million, yeah, I keep him. I definitely keep him, particularly if Kirk doesn't come back and we free up some cap space there. But I didn't say that out loud. Yes, exactly. So Frozen North says sign. How about no says sign? Dave says sign. Yes, I agree. Give Flores the assistant head coaching title and absolutely give him more money. I don't care. We know what we got. Why take? Yeah, something like that. We have to sign Hunter now. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yes. Let me put that one back. Whoops. It moved in. All right, here it is. I agree with you. Letting him walk for nothing. Well, we could get a 3rd round compensatory pick depending on how many free agents. Okay. There is no such thing as labeling a player of what round of a compensatory pick because it's all about players out minus players in. So, yeah, we could get some picks for him if we don't sign any free agents. But if we do sign a free agent or two, then we might get a 5th round compensatory. But I'm not interested in compensatory picks a year later. I'm interested if you're going to trade a guy to get some value in return and just do it. And now they didn't do him, yeah. I absolutely say keep the guy. Keep Reisner. Absolutely. See, absolutely. No question about it. He's the first guy I go to. Be like, all right, man, what do you want? Now I'm not kidding. Oh, yes, Jerry Burns. We can't be responsible for the blocking. We can't be responsible for guys jumping off. I don't like to name names. I love Anderson. Again, there were so many great parts about that rant. I don't like to name names, especially after a bleeping win. But we can't be responsible for the blocking. We can't be responsible for the tackling. I love Anderson. I just called him out by name, even though I said I wasn't going to. I don't like naming names. That was funny. We have an opportunity to be 7-5 or 8-4 to absolutely score for life. We absolutely do, even with the walking mash unit that we got. I would have tried to keep. Yeah, I can see he wasn't going to sign next year. He wasn't. Plastic cleats don't sink into smooth painting. Yes, thank you, Frozen North. You're absolutely right. Cleveland wants to be. Yes, exactly. I totally agree. Shout out Zach in the building. What's going on? Oh my God, season is ruining. Why aren't we taking? We are carrying. What's up, Zach? It is so good to see you. It's been a minute, so I appreciate you, man. Hey, that tank talk is done. It's over. Done. El finito. Yesterday we learned the Texas running back may be better kicking. Well, yeah, that is so frustrating, as I would have loved to have known how that game would have played out. But yeah, that's it, though. We scored more points than any game we did this year so far without Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, and Christian Dare. So, yeah, Saints are in trouble. Yeah, I think we're going to get them next week. I'll talk a little bit more of it on Thursday. Yeah, It was both of those fumbles. They were just absolutely terrible. Shout out to Evil in the building. What's going on? I still say we can go 5-12. Well, that's too evil for you. You know, if he didn't say something ridiculous like that, I'd be like, "Are you all right? Are you all right? You enjoyed that game?" Like, yeah, absolutely, he did, Mafia. Absolutely, he did. All right, we got one more topic. So, put your final comments in there while I do the last one here. Playoffs. Yes, I know it says Purple and Gold pregame show because I didn't have time to remake the banner. So, y'all just gonna have to roll with me on that one. All right, let's see. What are we gonna do for the last one? You gonna do this one? No, absolutely not. That was terrible. Okay. The Minnesota Vikings are still in the playoffs. If the season ended today, they'd be in the playoffs after starting out 1-3, 1-4, 0-3 and 1-4. So take that for whatever it's worth. And as I said on the pregame, getting to the wild card round and losing if you had Kirk Cousins for the whole season, that's a fail. But getting to the wild card round with one of these third string, fourth string quarterbacks, that's an accomplishment. And what you did yesterday, number one, you knocked the Atlanta Falcons out of first place, and now the New Orleans Saints are in first place, 5-4 record, just the same as the Vikings. But I said this the other day. I said this yesterday. These two teams, the Falcons and the Saints, in one way or another, are going to be fighting with you over that 7 seed. And now you got a tiebreaker on the Atlanta Falcons. Technically, you got a tiebreaker on the Green Bay Packers. Now, technically, and not technically, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the tiebreaker on you, on us, the Vikings. But we just really only need to get to 9 or 10 wins. 9 or 10. And again, I'm not throwing out the idea of catching the Lions because, again, if we stay within 2 games and then sweep them, we got them. But for right now, this team, as a walking mass unit, can make the playoffs. Now, somebody say, "Wow, what's the point of making the playoffs? We're going to lose in the first round." Yeah, I get that if you're at full strength. But if you're developing a quarterback and you get to the playoffs and developing this culture, which gets back to the KOC thing, I forgot to say what a culture he's built, but I think we've all heard that talking point. All I'm saying is this team has got a really easy schedule. If you beat the Saints, you got tiebreakers over everybody in the NFC South. That matters. Carolina doesn't matter, except Tampa Bay, and they're 3-5 right now. How did we lose to those guys? But whatever. All I'm saying is this: you got the Saints. You got a tough game against the Denver Broncos again, Sunday Night Football on the road, but then you got a game at home against the Bears, and then you got your bye week, and then you got the Raiders. You should absolutely win 3 out of those 4, if not all 4 of those games. You get 3 wins, then you're 8-5 before you got your final home stretch against Cincinnati, Detroit, Green Bay, and Detroit again. You go 2-2 in those games. Oh yeah, 10 wins, you'll be in the playoffs. And then anything can happen. You just got to get a ticket to the big dance. I'm not saying that I agree completely, but like I said, it's one of those deals where, again, wild card round loss with your full deck, with Justin Jefferson missing no time, Kirk Cousins missing no time, Tristan Darisaw missing no time. Yeah, a first round playoff loss would be a disappointment. But when when you've got this many injured players, and here's the thing about that. I had a note here for it. This team, we haven't had a whole lot of teams that have had roster depth really since 2017. Okay? 2017, because our roster depth wasn't able to be built because we had a lot of high-priced players. So for the last 5-6 years, if we lose any one of our high-priced players or 2 or 3 of them, it was over because we didn't have any depth. Well, right now, we might not even have depth, but what we got is being coached up by Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores. And this Vikings team, now again, it's an easy schedule, easier, so to speak, but they have found a way to not fold up like a cheap suit without all of those players missing. One more time, top 3 quarterbacks, top 2 wide receivers, second running back, and your left tackle. You notice those are all offensive players, all of them. So let's, again, give O'Connell credit. And this team has an opportunity after starting 0-3 to make the playoffs. And you know what? From then on, if a team starts 0-3, they'll be able to say, well, the Vikings started 0-3 and still made the playoffs. So we're going to be that team that everybody that starts out 0-3 gets to talk about. So there you go. So all I'm going to say is this. Tristan Jackson on that 2-point conversion. What a great route and a great catch. Brandon Powell, I forgot to talk about him. Where did this guy come from? And that's what I'm talking about, roster depth. Brandon Powell has absolutely filled it. You know what he reminds me of? And shout out to Drew and Ted. That's where I saw this. He kind of reminds me, and I agree with him, a little bit of Duke Shelley. Like just a guy that's a hard-nosed worker that wasn't thought of to be too much at the beginning of the season. You know, we got Duke Shelley off the scrap heap. You know, Powell's somewhat the same way. This guy, even before all of this madness, he shows up. He shows up. And I put the highlight on my shorts of that touchdown play. That was a beautiful route. Beautiful route. So these guys, Tristan Jackson, Brandon Powell, stepped up yesterday in the absence. And here's the thing about Jordan Addison. Outside of that catch on the sidelines, which was like 20-some yards, he had like 4 catches for 50 yards or something. No. I'm going to get it right now. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. He didn't do much outside of that big catch. I'm not saying he didn't do anything, but he didn't do much. Let's get this box score up again. Dang thing crashed on me. Okay. Jordan Addison, 5 for 52. Okay. So you take out that 24, and I'm not saying that the 24 doesn't count, but his other 4 catches got 28 yards. He ain't do much. So again, Brandon Powell stepping up, Tristan Jackson stepping up. You know, TJ Hawkinson was the main target, had a couple of dropsies, but whatever. I'm not worried about that at all. So I'm just saying right now, this team is finding a way to win games despite the fact that they have this many players, this many good to great players on the bench with injuries. So for right now, celebrate 4 in a row. And we got a game at home against the New Orleans Saints. Now, this game against the Saints is going to hold a little less animosity because Drew Brees and Sean Payton aren't there. Well, we'll get Sean Payton in 2 weeks when we go out to Denver and hold down Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, unlimited. Yeah, you're going to be unlimited to nobody come 2 weeks from now. But got a game at home against the Saints. Ain't been home for a couple weeks. Let's get that U.S. Bank Stadium rocking, ladies and gentlemen. If you finna go to that game, get it rocking and say, hey, 5 in a row. I don't even know the last time. Probably 2017 was the last time we won 5 games in a row. Y'all can remember a time that I'm forgetting. Maybe 2000. We didn't get 5 in a row in 2019, did we? Somebody look that up. But bottom line, we can make the playoffs. And I never thought I'd say that when we were 0-3 and 1-4. And I for dang sure didn't say it when Kirk Cousins was like, okay, he's done. This is a playoff team, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's hit one more reset. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. This is your first time here. And help the brother get to 1,000. He's at 850-something. Just need 140-something. Come on, yo. Share this with your friends. Tell them, hey, this guy's not halfway bad. But in all serious. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Did I miss one? You know, I didn't miss one there. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Yes, Dave. Production value. SKOL. Production value. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I swear I had uploaded that one, but apparently there was one I don't like. Saints don't like us. We don't like them. That's for dang Skippy. We don't like them either. You bet. 15 years. Oh, yes, absolutely. We ain't forgot about that. We ain't forgot about that at all. We ain't forgot. When are you going to get Zone on my show? I don't know. Him and I will talk. We'll talk about it sometime. You know what I'll try to do? I'll try to get him on Tuesday night with Dave. You know, there's times where, you know, from scheduling standpoint, Monday's just kind of one of those things where I just want to get in, get out, and that. But you know, I'll talk to Zoe. Zoe, you reach out to us or Dave, and we'll get Zoe on in under the lights sometime because I know Zoe will throw it all down. Shout out James in the building. We will catch the Lions on Christmas Eve. Watch. Well, we play the Packers on Christmas Eve, but I get your point. James. Shout out James, everybody. Thank you so kindly for joining. Appreciate you. I really do. Who do we have after Denver? Yeah, the Bears. Okay. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, absolutely. Our safety depth is stupid. Yes, you are absolutely correct. When you got a first-round draft pick, can't get on the damn field, yeah, we got some pretty good safety depth. But I don't know that depth at the safety position is what we're looking for. Yeah, that's right. He came from the Rams. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you. But Tony says the Saints suck. They only beat the Bears, Colts, Pats, Titans, Panthers. Yeah, and we lost. Yeah. Absolutely, we should win this game at home. Absolutely. Even with the uncertainty at quarterback, even with the guy that's been here for 5 days, we should still beat that team. No, I can't. Yep, celebrate. Absolutely, Mary. Absolutely. But look like TJ's driving the right side. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Fair enough. How did I forget to turn? See, you guys got to remind me to turn my music back on because I didn't want it to keep looping. But no, not that one. This one. No, not that one. This one. All right. I think I got a couple more chats in here, but all right. Put in your predictions. What do you guys think about the score for Sunday's game against the New Orleans Saints? Again, a Saints team that beat the Bears by 7, despite the fact that the Bears turned the ball over 5 times. You have 5 turnovers and only beat the Bears by 7? Okay. All right. I mean, we didn't beat them by a whole lot, but they didn't turn the ball over 5 times. But, hey, that's all right. Caesar says, when are the Vikings going to wear those throwbacks? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard yet. I haven't heard anything. But, okay. I wouldn't mind it. I absolutely wouldn't mind it. Oh, yeah, I did. Most wins in a row in 2019 was 4. Okay, so let's get that. Let's get that 5th W in a row and say, all right, we already passed the 2019 team that won a playoff game. Not that really correlates to anything, but hey, who cares? Yeah, let's get that 5th one. Shout out Lemmy. What's up, Lemmy? We a little banged up. Do you think we come out winning on Sunday? Yes, I do. KJ can cuss or why the team is absolute. Yes, I there's a point to be made there. And Dom finds a way to get another purple. Yeah. He did what he did on 5 days in the building. So now he's going to go out there, get starters reps. And you know what, Lemmy? I'm going to play. You know, everybody, I know for everybody who's been in the building the whole time, we played this one already. But I'm going to play this for our guy, Lemmy. And again, this was Dobbs being asked, hey, was that touchdown something you have run before? Was it on the play sheet, or did you just kind of backyard football it? That's the context of the question. So listen.
No, that play was in the playbook. It was in our red zone install for this week. That was my first time repping the play, but it was in the game plan. You know, I told the coaches, I said, anything on this call sheet that we installed this week, I got it. Like, I can run it, I got it. Whether it's no huddle, whether it's tempo, whether it's a game plan call, whatever it is, I got it. Now you start pulling stuff from OTA 1 and 2. I might be a little handcuffed out there, but if you put it on the call sheet, I got it.
If you put it on the call sheet, I got it. And again, it's not rocket science, but we got a rocket scientist. So, yeah, you know what, Lemmy? I feel really good. Now, maybe that's a kiss of death that I feel good about the Vikings winning the game. Because usually I'm the pessimist. The curmudgeon. And to answer nephew JJ, when's the next time I'm going to do curmudgeon versus? I don't know. It's very time consuming. It's very time consuming, and theoretically, I got a lot of things going on. So I'll try to find an opportunity to do that. It's one of those deals where the only way I'd be able to do it is if I didn't do my live on Thursday. So we'll see. That place will be rocking. Yes, the first time he comes out the tunnel, you bet. He ain't going to need to buy a drink anytime soon in Minneapolis. That's for dang sure. That is for dang sure. Zoe's a real one. Favorite line. Okay, yeah, good point. Yes. Duh. Hello. Thank you, Tony. How many thought for sure the Falcons were going to get 2 deep passes? Go for it. No, I didn't. I'll tell you why. I kind of here's the thing. On 4th and 7, 4th and 7. Where have I heard that before? Sorry, good on myself. On 4th and 7, they had him dead to rights. He was going to be sacked, and he got out of that. That doesn't just take a toll on the defense. That was one play away from winning the game where your offense comes out in victory formation, and then you score a touchdown with 20 seconds left. No, I didn't think they were going to get that. I didn't. I honestly didn't. But I see your point. How about no? Because it has happened to the Vikings a bazillion times. But actually, I wasn't feeling too bad about that one. Love says 72-0. 70 billion to 2. We'll give him a safety. We got a safety last weekend, right? With Darisaw, we win by 14. Without, we win by 7. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on the field because the guys, I forget what his name, Quisenberry, he did an okay job. And as it was stated earlier, Dobbs also helps your offensive line look better than it is because he can scramble and he can move. I just got done talking about it. He was dead to rights on that 4th and 7. That would have been the ball game. He got out of it. He got down to the 12-yard line. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be whatever, but there ain't no way Kirky Boy does that. Kirky Boy checks it down on 4th and 7 or 4th and 8. I know his offensive line let him down. And he was the only one open and he had to get rid of the ball. All right, whatever. I ain't going down that road again. Anyway, 28-10 for SKOL Mafia. All right. Hey, guys, come Sunday morning when I'm doing the pregame show, put all these in the comments again. Don't let me forget about them. We got Gary with a 7-point victory. I'll take that. We got SKOL Mafia. Well, now he's got which one is it? 2010 or 2017? Does JJ come back this week? He is eligible to come back. So when you put on short-term IR, you got to be out 4 games. He's been out 4 games. So if he is healthy, yes. Now, if he's not, they hold him out for another week because they say, you know what, we could use another week with JJ. We don't want him to get him hurt. And let me be clear. I do not want Justin Jefferson back on that field until he's 100%. I don't mean 80%. I don't mean 85. I don't mean 90. I don't mean 95. 100%. 100%. I do not want to put him out there and have him get re-injured and miss more time. You know what? We got an easy enough schedule. If they held him out until the bye week and brought him back for the Vegas Raiders game, I would be fine with that. It would suck because we want to see JJ getting some gritties out there. But to answer your question, he's eligible to come back this week, but that's no guarantee. He may or he may not. But if he's healthy, he absolutely could. SKOL for Life has got a 10-point. I'll take that. You know what? How about no? I'd still take it. I'd take it either way. 26-33. I decided the Purple Rockets is maybe a no-go. Okay, all right. Dobbs run for 77 yards. Okay, I'll take that too. Would be funny. Will be funny if Dobbs has success with JJ. Oh, yes. All right, I'm going to start that one again. It will be funny if Dobbs has success with JJ. All of those JJ only wants to play with Kirk will be quiet as the grave. Caesar with the line of the night, trolling them Kirk stands. And listen, would I rather have Kirk for the rest of this year to see what we get? Yes, but it is what it is. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Pay Paradise, put up a parking lot. It is what it is. And yes, it would be rather delicious, absolutely delicious for JJ to come back, and he's not going to get no 2,000 yards. I said that I saw at the beginning of the season. That's not going to happen, even if he hadn't gotten hurt. And we didn't want it to happen because at the end of the day, if he's getting that many yards, nobody else is. So at the end of the day, no, it's fine. I do have it in there. Okay, I'm gonna get one. Hold on, just a second. Yo, production value again. Okay, this is the late great Caesar Romero, and I just said how delicious it would be, right? If JJ were to still get like 1,400 yards, and it wasn't Kirky Boy, and all of those JJ only wants to play with Kirk will be quiet as a grave, and I said it would be what? Oh, how delicious it is. And you know what? Caesar Romero, a very underrated Joker. I know I don't need to go into Jack Nicklaus this or Heath Ledger that. Caesar Romero, very underrated as the Joker. But I just loved it. There's a bit on KFAN, the Vikings flagship, Common Man Dan Cole, who runs the show from noon to 3. And ever since the Seattle Seahawks beat the Green Bay Packers in that NFC Championship game, I think it was back in 2014. Whenever they played highlights of something bad happened to the Packers, he would always play, delicious. It's a different clip from Caesar Romero than the one that I played, but look up deliciousbutton.com. I wonder if that's still active. But the point is that Common, anytime they played some highlights of the Packers, of Packers futility, he'd hit that delicious button. So that's the thing. Delish. Absolutely delish. Yes, but I agree, Caesar. Absolutely. And Luft is there too. Absolutely. I want to see Ty Chandler this week. You for dang sure, Lemmy. You ain't lying. You know what? For that, you get this. Let's get some for Lemmy, y'all. Everybody shout out Lemmy.
I give you 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Yes, me too. I love Alexander as a person. I do, but it just is what it is. And so, yes, I want to see Ty Chandler. Absolutely. Especially with Hankers down and out. Hopefully it's not career ending. Some are speculating it might be career ending because, it's the second time he's done one. It's the other leg, and it's really hard to rehabilitate to him. So we'll see. Good luck to him because he was starting to turn it up. But yeah, Ty Chandler needs to be, dare I say, RB1 and Alexander Madison RB2. Now, KLC ain't going to do that. Let's be clear. For all of the brilliance I praised him for earlier, KLC is not doing that. But I want to see Chandler active. I want to see Kenny Nwangwu active. And I want to see this running back by committee that we've been talking about ad nauseum all off season. I'm just saying. But yes, get that dude on the field. Absolutely. Let me says 3-point victory. Yeah. I'd have to look it up, Caesar. I don't think so. And let me be clear. I'm going to stop the music. I'm going to turn it up. I'm going to stop it. Let me stop this right now. If anybody on this planet, in this universe, in this galaxy, I should have said galaxy, then universe, whatever. If anybody suggests that we get Adrian Peterson, I am going to lose what's left of my mind. I don't have much of my mind left. Most of it is gone. Don't have much of a heart. Never did. But what was left of it, ain't in my chest right now. It's somewhere else. But if you tell me, if anybody say we should get Adrian Peterson, hell to the no. Hell no. I don't want to hear it. Absolutely not. So to answer your question, Caesar, I don't know. I'd have to do some research. I'll try to research that and have that on Thursday's show. But I don't know any off the top of my head. I'll say that. So anyway. All right. I knew I was trying really hard to keep this under now. I don't even know why I try anymore. But when Kirk runs, it's well. He's slow and it's embarrassing. Yeah, you ain't lying. He ain't lying. You ain't lying. How about no? He ain't lying. All right, James has got us with a blowout. 34-13. I'll take a 21-point beat down. That's for dang sure. I believe JJ's coming back after the. Yeah, that would not surprise me. That would not surprise me, particularly with. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't think he's going to play this week, and I think that if we get that W against the Saints, that they're going to keep him out for Denver, and if we get that W against Denver, we're going to keep him out for Chicago and then bring him back after the bye week. So I think they're not going to even try to activate him until they lose a game. That's just my thought. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's ready right now. I hope he's ready. Yeah, Garrett Bradbury, we got to get him some props. He's been playing specifically in the past, but he's been good. He's been good. Dayon says 32-20. I'll take that. Take that. Yeah, Garrett Bradbury has put it together. You're absolutely right. So excited for this thing. Yes, Mary. We got something to be excited about. Even with all the injuries. Even losing a lot of our star players. This is exciting times. Do I think that they're going to get to the NFC Championship game? Probably not. Do I think they're going to get to the divisional round? 20% chance. Do I think they can make the playoffs and lose in the walkout round? Yeah, I say a good chance. 75%, maybe more. So, I'm sorry, Mary. I see an upcoming comment from Gary, and it's like, okay, really, dude? Get your mind out the gutter. But anyway, I agree with you, Mary. I'm really excited. And so does Dave. So does How About No. And then, of course, Gary got to be funny. Happy to... Okay, Gary. Message received loud and clear. I won't play that one anymore. Gary making it all whatever. That was funny, though. You're right. Oh, okay, Frozen. That's line of the night. Yes, I'm in Rochester. I grew up in a suburb of St. Paul, but I've lived in Minnesota my whole life. Oh, Gary, that ain't funny. Yeah, he does. I don't know why. I don't know why KOC. I don't know what kind of blackmail material that Alexander Madison has over KOC. That's what I'm thinking. I bet beast mode is still in good shape. Yeah, no, I don't think so. We now have a full month of not needing to talk about. Man.
I give you 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
You are. And that's what makes an offensive lineman good. If you're not thought of, all you need to do is not talk about it. So you are absolutely correct. You funny. I bet he can get at least two. So I love you guys. He ran between the purple and straight into. Yeah. There's that. Ugh. Wins like these are definitely picking me up. Absolutely, Dayon. Absolutely. I mean, again, the first 3 weeks. Oh. Tampa Bay. Then Philly, which, okay, Philly. Yeah, it was one possession, but that was garbage time. And then the Chargers, and it was like, and then we beat good boy Carolina, and then we lose the Chiefs. All right, 1-4. You're right. But you know what? Again, we stack up the dubs any way we can. 4 dubs in a row. Should be 5 after next week. Because the Saints, again, they're just another okay team. And I picked them to win that division because I felt Atlanta was probably a year or two away. And yeah, their defense was good, and it's been great so far this season. But I figured Atlanta would probably be one of those teams that finished like 8th or 9th in the conference, so just outside the playoffs. And I didn't think Tampa Bay had much, and outside of beating us and Green Bay, I believe, what have they done? Not much. Carolina's a dumpster fire. So yeah, I picked the Saints to win this division. But they're just, and I said this division might be the worst division in football, the NFC South. Put it in the chat. Am I wrong for thinking the NFC South is the worst division? You tell me a division you think is worse than the NFC South. I don't think I can have one. I know what you mean by that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. I love the interactions. I'll take it. You know, over the last few months, made some changes in my life, some for the good and some not so good, that at the time I thought were the best decisions that I could make, and now I don't think they were. But either way, I have learned at the very least to take jokes better and to just see the joy in even stupid humor. And I'm telling you right now, there was a point, like if this was last year, I'd be like, really? You're going to say this? That's not, I would have been like, seriously, that's not funny. Okay, that's funny as hell, actually. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Jordan Addison still, you know what? I was talking about you. I couldn't remember who it was, Angel. So thanks for reminding me that was you. I think I was on, who was I on with? Was that last Tuesday with Dave? Or was that one of my online exclusives over on Vikings vs. SKOL? I don't remember, but I remember you saying, 800 yards. Oh, and maybe it was 850 in the offseason. And I said under because I figured Justin Jefferson was going to get at least 1,600. I felt KJ Osborne was probably going to get 900. I felt TJ Hawkinson was going to get probably 1,000 to 1,100. So I was just like, you know what? Jordan Addison, he will definitely take the number 2 mantle next year because KJ is absolutely gone. There's no question about it. And again, I'm not saying that to be whatever, particularly with the hit he took yesterday. But yeah, with Justin Jefferson out, Jordan Addison has really picked up the slack. Again, yesterday didn't do a whole lot. We talked about that earlier. 5 for 55, 52. And one of them was that 24-yard pass on the sideline. Again, brilliant catch, by the way. Brilliant catch. But as far as Jordan Addison goes, let me get his full stats here, because I know he was definitely on pace. Okay, so he's got 9 games and 534. Yeah, so he is right on pace to get to 800, 850. And I admit, I just went through the logic that with all of the other weapons we've had, but no, he's on pace for 1,000-yard season. He's on pace for 1,000. I did my numbers right. Math guy and all. Shout out Dylan. What's going on? Hell of a win. Byron Murphy finally had to get. Yes, we talked about that earlier, Dylan. But yes, it was. And again, Taylor Heineke gave us like 3 or 4 opportunities to get turnovers, and we only got 1. But the fumble we got, and this defense is absolutely outstanding. But yes, good for Byron Murphy to get one. And yes, absolutely a hell of a win. Shout out Dylan in the building. Appreciate you, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's better than roses on your piano? Oh. I'll drink to that one, Gary. Oh, that's insanity, but that's pretty good, Gary. Feel like a running back like McKinnon. Oh, yes, absolutely. That's what they thought Cam Akers would be. Cam Akers is a very good comp to Jarrett McKinnon. That's why they got him. That's absolutely why they got him. I think Chandler has a bit like McKinnon. Yeah, maybe, hopefully. We got to see him, though. We got to see him. And again, I understand to a point the KOC wants his veteran. Because, Ty Chandler, Kenny Wong, those guys don't have a whole lot of experience. Well, they're not going to get experience if they're sitting on the bench or getting 2-3 carries a game. Alexander Madison just don't got it. So, yes, get Ty Chandler in there. Get Ty Chandler in there. That's what I say. All right, we're running up on an hour and 15, so I'm going to wrap it up by just saying this. SKOL Vikes, we got 4 in a row. We above 500, and it's all right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right in front of us. So shout out to – hold on. Yes, Mary. Could we imagine what it would be if we had a great running game? Yeah, you can't have them all, but you're right. If you had Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson not missing any time, and you had a great running game with this offense and this defense improved, oh boy, they could be right up there with Philly. But alas, we're just going to have to do what we're going to have to do. So shout out to everybody one more time. I appreciate you guys so very, very much. I've said it a million times. I say it at the end of each show that, yeah, I can come on and give my opinions and do my, takes and whatever else, but interacting with you guys in between doing takes, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I know Dave will tell you this. I know the other Dave will tell you this. Rap will tell you this. Gigi will say this. Rhino would say this. One Barn Lebegus will say this. You guys make this fun. You guys make it like, okay, I'm sitting in front of a camera talking to nobody. Okay. Nah, I'm talking to you guys and all the jokes and all the passion that we have. Just want to see the Vikings win one Super Bowl, at least one Super Bowl before we die. You are welcome, Mary. Absolutely welcome. Thank you very much for the content. Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. I'm working on getting those membership things. I got to get that through YouTube, but I'm trying to get the membership thing going, and then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to give you for it. But having said all that, it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. Good night to you, Gary. Good night to you, Dayon. Yes, Caesar, real quick. Yes, hope Green Bay. Well, here's the thing. We want Green Bay to win just enough so that they don't get one of those top quarterbacks. And we want them to see just enough in Jordan Love where they actually think that he could be the guy. So we don't want him to lose the rest of the games out. We want him to win like, what? How many wins they got right now? 3? Yeah, they got 3 wins. I said at the beginning of the season that I think they would get 6. And that's a good number for them. That's a real good number for them. 6, you're not at the bottom of the barrel, but you ain't any good. You're just mediocre. I know one loss we're going to get them, and that's New Year's Eve. That's for dang sure. Appreciate you, brother Dave. Yeah, Gary, he'll put that in on my chat. He will definitely one Barn Lumpicus. Y'all know that. Y'all better believe that. But I appreciate you. Yes, hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button if you don't already subscribe. And ring that notification bell. Again, there is no cost to ring that notification bell after subscription. There is no cost to hitting that like button, but it pushes it out into the YouTube algorithm or some damn thing that I don't understand. But I appreciate each person that has come through the door tonight and each person that has subscribed to me and each person that supports this whole Vikings community. We just trying to grow the Vikings community. That's what Dave always says. Yesterday, Cam Akers was credited with one play as a passer. Oh, yeah. Too bad for Cam Akers. I really do feel bad. Appreciate you, Frozen. Appreciate you, Mary. SKOL for life. Gary, shout out. Hold on. I don't have any swag. I haven't got all that figured out. I don't have any swag yet, Gary. You know, the supers are all I got right now. Like I said, I'm trying to get the membership thing going, but you know, swag, it's just a matter of time. And you know, I'm still working full time, and I still got my daughter half the time, and you know, some other things that I'm trying to get cooked up. But one day, Gary, one day I will get there. All righty, one more time. Since we're just going to end it like this. I always end it like this. Shout out one more time to Gary for the $5 super chat, $4.99 super chat. Mary, get well soon. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to wrap it like there. SKOL, to the next episode. I will see you tomorrow night at 6:30 for Under the Lights. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Also Thursday night at 8:15. SKOL for Days, Thursday Talkers. Appreciate you guys so very, very much. You have a good night. SKOL Vikes, 4-0.